I'm going to give you 10 ways that you can save your money to put a down payment on a house. And it will probably happen faster than you think, so stick around. Everybody, Catherine Newman here, and I just made a video about 33 ways to find a down payment, right, for your next home. So make sure you watch this video. But if you're going the traditional route, well, you got to first set a clear goal, right? You're going to need to know exactly how much money you'll want to save for your next down payment. Are you going to save 3%, 3.5%, 5%, 10%, or 20% of the home price? How much are you going to save? And of course, in order to know that, you probably ought to talk to a really great lender in your area, and they can advise you on what percentage that you need to save based on where you live, the income that you have, and of course, your credit score.
We want to take out a hefty loan.
Because remember, the more money you put down, the lower your monthly mortgage payment will be. So if you already have a monthly payment amount in your head that makes sense with your budget, you know, like maybe you only want to spend $2,400 a month, you're going to want to find out from your lender ahead of time, that's the key, how much down payment you're going to need in order to stick to that ideal monthly payment amount. So you definitely want to check with a lender. Don't forget, if you're able to put 20% down or even more, you're not going to have to pay that stupid private mortgage insurance, and that's going to really lower your monthly payment for the term of the loan as well. Once you have that number for how much you need to save to use for a down payment, then of course you can use your own brain, right, and break it down into what you need to save monthly in your monthly saving goals. So here's number one. You need to open a dedicated savings account. Open a separate account just for your down payment funds. Now, this is going to keep the money out of sight and hopefully out of mind, and it's going to reduce the temptation for you to spend it. Don't do that. Or I know a lot of people that do this. They automate their savings. So they're already setting up automatic transfers, maybe from their checking account or maybe from their work check that comes in. And that is going into a dedicated down payment savings account every time you get paid, because it's really like paying yourself first before you even get to see the money. How to save money, number two. Well, you got to cut back on all of those non-essentials. Yes, you do have some of those. You got to know where you can trim the fat. And of course, where can you cut expenses? So you're going to be thinking of things like eating out less. That's what we did. Skipping that expensive daily coffee run, or maybe you're going to cancel unused subscriptions, maybe games you don't play anymore, or maybe you don't need 500 different streaming TV channels. Yeah, it costs a lot of money. Of course, you can stop ordering every new Amazon thingamajiggy that you see. I know, I like Amazon too. But small changes are really going to add up, you guys. If you do it, it's going to add up over time. Ways to save, number three, sell unused items. So I'm always going to encourage people to declutter, maybe sell some items that you don't use anymore, maybe extra furniture, electronics, clothes. A lot of people have handbags. And of course, you know, all that superhero movie memorabilia that you have. Maybe you have an old car or a car you don't use, or maybe a motorcycle. I know, not the most fun thing, but those skanks can really help you stash some money away. Of course, you've got these platforms like Marketplace and eBay, and they can help you turn your clutter into cash, right? One man's trash is another man's treasure, something like that. Number four, pick up a side hustle. Again, we don't usually say this. When I was growing, it was just like, hey, go out there and get another job. But it really is important. You could be freelancing. Maybe you're doing a drive for a ride share. Maybe you sell some handmade goods that you make. But a side hustle can really bring in extra income dedicated solely to your down payment fund. So maybe you can find an extra job that you like, or even if you don't like it, but it sure does pay off. Make that sacrifice. You're going to stash that money away. You're going to be so happy.
How would I describe myself? 3 words. Hardworking, alpha male, jackhammer.
And number 5, maybe you save the extra cash you get, right? tax refunds, if you get refunds, any bonuses that you get at work, or even birthday money. If you stash these directly into your savings account instead of spending them, it's going to add up. Of course, number 6, you can watch that other video that I told you about, but look into down payment assistance programs. You already know there's federal, state, and local programs that are designed for buyers to help with down payments. Of course, I encourage you to do the research in your area. You can connect with whoever is there lender-wise who might know the options. And if you're curious about what we have here, definitely hit me up. Give me a call. I'll be happy to share that with you. Number 7. Okay, so this is really popular right now. You can save for a down payment by cutting your housing costs temporarily. So if you're already renting, maybe you should consider downsizing a less amount of a rent. Or maybe get a roommate, have them help you pay for something. Or maybe you can move in with your family for a short period of time to help save on rent. Those ways always help you save some money, put for a down payment. Of course, number 8, you got to reduce your debt. So make sure that you're paying down any high interest debt, especially credit cards, so that you can free up more money each month and put that towards your savings. Plus, it's going to improve your credit score, right? And that's going to help you qualify for a better mortgage, certainly better terms like lower interest rates. Number 9, I think this is really clever. You can use a budgeting app. Yeah, they have those now. We didn't have those when I was your age. So tools like Mint, Yanab, it's called You Need a Budget. Those kind of tools can help you track your spending, and they're going to help you find areas to save, like stop doing this, but here's a way you can save. I think those are really cool, especially for those of you that are real tech savvy.
That's why I developed this unique new program for managing your debt. It's called Don't Buy Stuff You Cannot Afford.
And number 10, look for ways to save money in your everyday lives. Like maybe you can use coupons, right, at the grocery store. Maybe you only go shopping if there's a sale. Or maybe you can negotiate lower rates on your bills like your insurance, maybe your Wi-Fi, or of course, like I said before, those streaming platforms. Maybe you can do a ride share, right? If you want to save on gas, if you commute to work, maybe you drive a few days, they drive a few days. That also helps save on gas money that you can put in that account. And then I encourage you to track your progress. Saving for a down payment is a marathon, you guys. You can't sprint it out. It's going to take a little bit of time. But you really should celebrate all the milestones that you make along the way so you can stay motivated. And again, I keep saying, but every little bit is going to add up. And saving for a down payment, again, it might take time. But if you focus on the end result, you're disciplined, you sacrifice a few things, you're going to get there, I promise. Because when you finally hold those shiny little keys to your own home, gosh, guys, it's really, really going to be worth it. You're going to be so proud of yourself. And you're building wealth for your future. Of course, if you want to know more about types of down payment, like I shared earlier, I made that video. And you want to know, hey, what's available to me? Because I'm going to save a little cash, but I might need a little bit of help too. You got to watch that video, 33 ways to find a down payment. It's a pretty good video. It's a little long, but it's worth it. And of course, reach out to me if you have any questions about how you can look into finding a down payment source. Maybe if you're buying in Manatee or Sarasota County, because they can all kind of help you buy your own home. And that's the whole purpose, is to help you start on the road to home ownership. I'm always happy to point you in the right direction and, of course, find what might work best for you. Please do me a solid and subscribe to this channel. I'm Catherine Newman. I look forward to seeing you next time. See you then.